Welcome back. We are here with part two of Gen 3, I think, of our Royal Family series. And right now we have Terry and Morgan Perryton coming to Luna the vampire's house. Now, Terry and Morgan are sisters. Terry is currently married to the Griffin Duke, so she is currently the Duchess of the Griffin household, and Morgan is the Perryton Duchess. And Terry has always really been into occult stuff. She's been to Batu a lot. She likes vampires, mermaids, witches. She likes all this stuff. So she's come here to ask Luna if Luna will make her a vampire because she's like that into it. And Luna's like, okay, no, that's a no from me. Luna likes being the most powerful person in the entire, universe here in this. And Morgan has just kind of come as backup because she's like, my sister's an idiot. And then she sees all these graves and stuff, and she's like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. So, yes, they are in trouble. Luna does kill Terry for even insinuating such a thing. And then Morgan comes back and is like, uh-oh, we're in big trouble. And in this series, there is a, quote unquote curse on the Perryton family that the Duke or Duchess always will pass on before the children become teens. So, unfortunately for Morgan, this is the way that she is going to die. She is going to also be killed by Luna because Luna is so offended at the idea that other vampires would be in this world besides her. Now, if you'll remember, Luna is the person who created like all the kingdoms. She emptied out the land by killing everybody and then agreed to give Cordelia the land for the kingdom. So that is why Luna is all powerful and everybody knows not to mess with her, and yet Terry, being stupid, decided to try it. So unfortunately, we have lost Terry and Morgan, and Luna, since she did, give her blessing to the kingdom in general, is just going to go pop their urns over in the graveyard here. So that is what we're doing, and I am sorry to, gosh, who is this? Is this Mikkel Jr.? I'm sorry to him. He has just lost his wife, Terry, and that is what's going on. And then also, gosh, who is married to Morgan? Honestly, it's been like months since I did anything with this family, so I'm trying to remember who everybody is. So you'll have to forgive me, and I'll do some recaps as well. So that's why I just kind of confirmed that these two sisters went. And unfortunately for the Perryton family, this is what always happens. And now there are some kids without moms, which is sad and unfortunate. But we are going to move along here and we're going to put down Morgan's as well. Oh gosh, what's his name? Is it Cody? Maybe that her husband's name is Cody. I'm not 100% sure though. Okay, so we are going to go back to the royal family now that we've done that little interlude and another family and head over back to them. So just a little recap again is that for the royal family, we have lost the parents, Reliana and Asa. They have passed away. I think, how did I kill them? I think they were robbed or hit by a car, one of those. Um, anyway, MCCC doesn't want to cooperate with deaths with me right now, so we're just accepting that. So Reliana's brother, Leto, who used to be a prince but now is the Grand Duke Kitsune, is moved in here to take care of all of the kids until Gohan, who is the crown prince, is old enough to be the king. So right now we have Leto and we have his little half sister Simone. She's second there. She is the youngest child of Eliza and what's his name? What is his name? Yuji. Yuji. Okay. Eliza had remarried Yuji, and they had Simone when they were like almost elders, and that's why Simone is still so young. She's like the youngest in Gen 3, but then she's like way younger than everyone in Gen 3, but she's also older than everyone in Gen 4. So she's kind of in that weird in between place. And so she's still living at home because she's still a teenager. And Gohan here is the crown prince. He is Reliana's son. And then he has two little sisters, Aki, who is an alien baby from their father. So she's not in line for the throne because Reliana was the queen, and she's not related to Reliana, but she does have purple eyes, which is good. And then Natsu is his little, like, full-blooded sister, who is Asa and Reliana's daughter. And then they have a dog named Hunter. And this is really Gohan's dog. And they got the dog after their parents passed as like a, you know, way to cheer them up, I guess. I know that that's not, advised therapy, but um, they love the dog. Everybody loves the dog. He's very cute. He's also still a puppy. So let's check it out here. We have a lot of people in the Nobility Club. Honestly, I don't even remember all the kids we've had, and I think we have too many families. So I'm going to start to pare down some of the families a little bit. I think that that would be good for us to not worry so much about. I think that I just kind of got overwhelmed as we got like 12 households, and I'm like, what am I doing with 12 households? Five was fine. We're going to pare it back down like generationally. So probably not in this generation because we already have all the kids, but in the next one, I'll probably have them start only having one kid and then the kids marry back into the original families. So we'll see what happens there. Um, and now we are just getting something to eat, even though it is the middle of the night, and I'm really bad at taking care of my Sims, so we're at that. Also, I'm working on Simone has the trophy wife aspiration, which is, um, did it come with Wicked Whims? It might have, not 100% sure, but she has that aspiration, so she is um, working on that by exercising. And here are some pictures of our former queens. So far, we've only had queens, which is nice that Gohan is a boy, so our next monarch will be a king. I know that, you know, a lot of people, including myself, always do girl heirs, but we are going to have a boy heir for this generation, which is going to be great. And everyone has to use the bathroom and then go to bed, and for some reason, the puppy is way outside. We're kind of in a little in between space as well. Also, I have not furnished this room for him. I'm like, here you go, here's a bed. um, we are in a little in between space where, um, you know, most of the generation are children. So we have kind of finished the storyline with, I mean, Reliana and us are dead, so their storyline is over. So our next storylines are going to have to do with the people in these family, but a lot of them are children right now. And a lot of the people in their generation are children as well. So there's that. So, in order for like Simone to get someone to be her significant other, we need to wait for some people to start to age up, which is, um, just the way it goes. And we're also on normal lifespan right now. We did long lifespan in the other generations, but I just felt like that had a lot of me playing in the background to get through some time until the next event. So I'm hoping that normal lifespan will, mitigate that. We'll have to see. We'll find out together. And we will make it work. So also Leto is in the politician career. All the kids are going to school. Gohan is in a bear phase. He's upset, obviously, because his parents died. So there's that. And then the dog, I am going to skip ahead here to when they get home because everybody gets home at the same time. And we're just going to invite over the Nobility Club and say, hey guys, let's all get together. I know that it's been a rough time lately with the untimely death of the queen. I mean, she did not get to be queen for very long at all. Like maybe, I mean, a couple sim weeks in long lifespan, like 3. So probably not long at all. And so everyone's just going to come and hang out. And right now, Simone is the leader of the club. But yeah, so she is going to dance and we are going to get some food going because everyone is hungry again. Get everyone eating. Some of them are still sad about their parents and some of them aren't. And I'm not really sure why, but that's okay. We are having some people enjoy the dance floor. I don't know why everybody isn't, but that's okay. And yeah, so pretty much all of the adults here are from Gen 3. And Simone is from Gen 3, which is confusing, but she is from Gen 3. But everyone who is an adult right now is Gen 3, and then Gen 4 are mostly kids. I think there's like maybe one teenager. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Her dead brother-in-law is calling. That's great. So, okay, so we are going to have her continue to work out because that's what she wants for her aspiration. And Gohan likes to spend time with the dog. I was trying to see if Leto's wife showed up. Her name is Aubrey, and they had this whole thing where she was formerly engaged to his brother, but his brother was not like a good person, so he they ended up getting together because his brother was like totally like with other people. It was not going to happen. So um, I am going to make sure she comes here because he hasn't seen his wife in a few sim days now, and I think that it's hard for them to be separated. I mean, he has to come here and handle the royal duties until Gohan is old enough, and so that's really hard for their family and their marriage because I think they have two boys. I want to say they have kids. So they have kids, and I think it's just really hard for them. He's mourning his sister, and also he is having to take on all these new responsibilities, and he's away from his family and having to take care of his nieces and nephew and his younger sister. So it's really a lot to put on someone. So that is kind of, hard, but Aubrey is very supportive. I mean, they are just totally in love. They've been in love for a really long time, and so they are going to woohoo. And oh, my dog became an adult dog, so that's good. Let's go play with him. There's really not much you can do with a child and a puppy. You need like a teenager and an adult dog. So anyway, but we can start training the dog a little bit. So let's teach the dog to play fetch. So that'll be fun. And like I said, so Leto and Aubrey are woohooing right now, but also they've had conversations about what to do. Like he misses his kids. It's really hard, but he has a lot to do here and to prepare Gohan for being king. And he's living in this spare room that only has a bed in it. And so I think Aubrey tells him, like, you've got to make yourself a little more at home here because you are going to be here for a while. Like, Gohan still has a whole sim week before he even becomes a teenager. And at that point, I still don't think that he's ready to just become the king right when he is a fresh teenager. That's like, what, 14 or something? So he is not going to be ready right away. So Leto is going to be here a while. And so Aubrey is like, look, you've got to try to make yourself comfortable. This isn't like, I mean, it is temporary, but it's not so temporary that you know, you shouldn't settle in, if that makes sense. So that is something that they are really kind of talking about. And Leto was like, you're right. I know it's just hard. And I mean, they've kept Reliana's bedroom the same. They haven't touched it since she passed. And it's like this whole thing. So anyway, we also have, gosh, what's her name? Layla? Yeah, Layla is almost a teenager. So I'm like, okay, Simone needs some friends, maybe, a future something, something. So we are having Simone and Layla kind of chit chat, get closer. They're a little closer in age. I know, obviously, because of The Sims, it doesn't look like that, but they are closer in age. So we are going to play with the dog still, and I have no idea who that is talking to Aki. But anyway, maybe it's like her mom. I don't know. We don't know who her mom is because she is an alien baby. It's like politician, technician, something. Um, so anyway, we are having Layla and Simone hang out, although Simone's still very sad. She did get to the next part of her aspiration, though. She has done enough working out, so that's good. And Gohan is playing with the dog. And okay, Giselle is over here talking to Leto. Giselle is currently the Siren Duchess. Yeah, she's the Siren Duchess. She actually cheated on her husband, sort of. It's like her husband can't have kids, but he doesn't know that. So she went to his one of his triplets, and you know, so they have a kid now. But I don't know why she's flirting with Leto. I mean, maybe he's flirting with her. Who knows? Maybe this time away from his wife is a little something, something. But we will further figure that out. But Leto has decided to kind of not clean out, like they're just moving some stuff around. So they're still keeping Reliana's stuff, but he is going to stay in this suite. And we're going to keep the pictures that are like pictures of their family. So, like, that's a picture of him and Reliana's parents, and then the three. kids there. So we're going to obviously keep that. He's in that picture. It's still part of his family. And then we're just going to get rid of some of the arts and crafts stuff. So let's then just put a regular chair out here and that'll be that. So that is what's going on here. And Leto is now going to stay in this room. And Natsu has decided to be mean to whatever little girl is visiting the house right now. Okay, they were about to woohoo, and then she just was like, never mind, peace out. So, okay, that was a little close. Um, but yeah, so everyone's leaving. We're going to wrap up here, but that is what's going on. We have some holidays in the next one, which is good. And next week we have a few birthdays, so that's also good. And, hopefully in the next one we'll be able to get Simone a, boyfriend or girlfriend. We'll see what happens. We have lost both Morgan and Terry in this one, unfortunately, and everyone is just trying to get used to their new normals with all of these big changes that have been made with this new generation. So that is what is going on. It is a lot. And Luna doesn't like to be messed with. So there's that. And yeah, so hopefully we will start to have the Gen 4s getting into teens and dating and stuff, but we'll work on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.